Welcome back to Keep Up channel. Marilyn Manson leads rock royalty at Ozzy Osbourne's funeral as Black Sabbath star is laid to rest in grounds of his own mansion. Marilyn Manson has led the stars arriving at Ozzy Osbourne's private funeral this afternoon as the heavy metal icon is laid to rest. The Black Sabbath frontman, who died aged 76 on July 22, is being buried in the grounds of his own mansion in Buckinghamshire as he had said he desired. Ozzy's widow Sharon and their children were joined by heavy rock icons at today's event at the family's home near Gerrard's Cross, where he was being laid to rest near a lake at the heart of the sprawling 250-acre estate. Guests also included Manson's wife Lindsay Usick and Ozzy's lead guitarist Zakk Wylde. And in true Ozzy fashion, stars arrived in gothic and heavy metal attire, with Rob Zombie donning skulls on a black scarf while Manson wore a long black jacket. A huge floral tribute in the grounds of the mansion spells out an affectionate tribute to the heavy metal legend, with the words, Ozzy F*************************************************************** on the banks of the Osbourne Lake. A version of a floral Ozzy tribute that featured at yesterday's memorial procession was also placed atop a fountain. Today's events follow a funeral procession attended by thousands of fans through Birmingham city centre on Wednesday. Ozzy's widow Sharon, 72, was supported by their children Jack, Kelly, and Amy, who laid floral tributes and made a peace sign as they gestured their gratitude to fans, while accompanied by Ozzy's son Louis from his first marriage to Thelma Riley. Floral tributes to the rock star first displayed at the public memorial in Birmingham yesterday were on show for the intimate farewell. Goodwill messages have continued to pour in for Osbourne, who died aged 76 last week and had spoken in the past about his wishes for a lack of funeral fuss. Speaking in 2011 about how he imagined his future send-off, the Black Sabbath legend said, "I honestly don't care what they play at my funeral, they can put on a medley of Justin Bieber, Susan Boyle, and We Are the Diddy Men if it makes them happy. But I do want to make sure it's a celebration, not a mope fest." The funeral cortege yesterday was led by a live brass band, Boston Brass, who performed versions of Black Sabbath songs such as Iron Man, as thousands of tearful devotees lined the streets and sang along in Ozzy's memory. Today, marquees and a music stage had been erected next to pond where the private tributes were paid at his home. Guests were seated under huge awnings due to the rain showers that had fallen earlier in the day, while catering facilities, with their own generators, were provided in the garden. A huge security operation was in place from early this morning to ensure the ceremony was strictly invitation only, in accordance with widow Sharon's wishes. A team of bodyguards and private security dog handlers patrolled the perimeter of the estate and traffic marshals directed traffic through the narrow country lane leading to the Osbourne estate. However, die-hard fans did leave flowers outside the gates to their rock idol. Ozzy had spoken in 2011 about his funeral intentions, telling The Times, "I want to make sure it's a celebration, not a mope fest. I'd also like some pranks, maybe the sound of knocking inside the coffin, or a video of me asking my doctor for a second opinion on his diagnosis of death. There'll be no harping on the bad times. It's worth remembering that a lot of people see nothing but misery their whole lives. So by any measure, most of us in this country, especially rock stars like me, are very lucky. That's why I don't want my funeral to be sad, I want it to be a time to say, thanks. And he wrote in his autobiography I Am Ozzy, published in 2010, eventually death will come, like it comes to everyone. I've said to Sharon, don't cremate me, whatever you do. I want to be put in the ground, in a nice garden somewhere, with a tree planted over my head. A crabapple tree, preferably, so the kids can make wine out of me and get P******** out of their heads. As for what they'll put on my headstone, I ain't under any illusions. If I close my eyes, I can already see it." Ozzy Osbourne, born 1948. Died, whenever he bit the head off a bat. As things have transpired, huge crowds gathered along the route hours in advance of Wednesday's 1 p.m. start to pay their respects to the Prince of Darkness, whose hits included Paranoid and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. The hearse carrying the singer's coffin adorned with purple flowers spelling out Ozzy had passed the star's childhood home in Lodge Road, Aston, shortly after midday. Flowers had been placed outside the terraced property, close to Villa Park, while the owners of the house put up a picture of Osbourne in the front bay window. The Jaguar hearse and 6 Mercedes funeral cars, accompanied by police motorcycle riders and a police car, drove slowly along the street watched by a handful of fans and the current owner of the house. Thousands of people were pictured taking their places not only on Black Sabbath Bridge but along the city center route along which his cortege traveled towards the Black Sabbath Bridge bench. Elsewhere in London, the Coldstream Guards paid tribute to the heavy metal legend at the changing of the guard by performing their own rendition of his hit song Paranoid. Fans have left heartfelt messages and floral tributes around the Black Sabbath mural on Navigation Street in recent days to honor the heavy metal star who was born in the Aston area of Birmingham. Members of the public have also signed a book of condolences, opened by Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery, which is currently holding an exhibition titled Ozzy Osbourne, 1948 to 2025 Working Class Hero. While organizing the procession, Birmingham City Council collaborated with the Osbourne family, who funded all of the associated costs. Ahead of today's follow-up service, The Sun quoted a source as saying, "Singer Youngblood, who became close with Ozzy in recent years, is going to give a reading." His Sabbath bandmates, Tony Iommi, Bill Ward and Geezer Butler, will be there, along with James Hetfield from Metallica. Elton John is also hoping to join the family at the church. Sharon and his family have been so touched by messages they received not only from Ozzy's friends, but also his fans around the world. Osbourne and his Black Sabbath bandmates, Butler with the nickname Geezer, Iommi and Ward were recently given the freedom of the city of Birmingham, which recognizes people's exceptional service to the city. The group, which formed in 1968, are widely credited with defining and popularizing the sound of heavy metal. Osbourne, who also had a successful solo career, found a new legion of fans when he appeared in the Naughties reality TV series The Osbournes, starring alongside his wife Sharon and 2 youngest children, Kelly and Jack. The music star, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2019, performed his last gig on July 5 in a concert that also saw performances from the likes of Anthrax, Metallica, and Guns N' Roses. Ozzy took to the stage for his farewell concert at Villa Park Stadium in his native Birmingham less than 3 weeks before his death, reuniting with his original Black Sabbath bandmates for the first time since 2005. More than 42,000 fans packed into the venue for the Back to the Beginning show, during which he told the crowd in his final speech, "You've no idea how I feel, thank you from the bottom of my heart." A message on screen then read, "Thank you for everything, you guys are ing amazing. Birmingham forever," before the sky lit up with fireworks. He had told of it being his last performance due to his health, having opened up about his battle with Parkinson's in 2020. In a statement shared last Tuesday, Ozzy's family said he died surrounded by love, adding, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He is survived by his wife Sharon and his 5 children Jessica, Lewis, Amy, Kelly, and Jack." Daily Mail revealed last Wednesday that an air ambulance was called to Osbourne's Grand Country home as paramedics battled to save his life for 2 hours. Friends told the Mail's Alison Boshoff that his heartbroken wife Sharon was considering now burying Ozzy in the gardens of the 350-acre estate in an intimate family funeral. Ozzy was born John Michael Osbourne in Birmingham in 1948, and dropped out of school at the age of 15. After serving 2 months in prison for burglary, he decided to pursue his love of music. By 1970, Black Sabbath, originally going by the name of Earth, had gained a huge following in the US and UK with the release of their first album. Ozzy quit the band in 1978 and 4 years later divorced his first wife Thelma Mayfair, with whom he had 2 children, amid his ongoing substance abuse problems. He went on to marry second wife Sharon, who helped him transform into a successful solo artist, and the couple had 3 children together. Ozzy gained a whole new audience of fans with the family's reality TV show The Osbournes in 2001. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.